Welcome back. In this section, we are going to configure the bot flow itself to use the bot that we've just built. There are two key values whose names we want to, or whose default content we want to change. The first is named flowchat lex bot list. Search that, or even just a subset of that. You'll see that the alias and the bot name need to be put in here, and I'll show you where in the flow it's actually using these. So the bot name I used was BoomyBot, and the alias I used was dev. Those are, of course, from over here. We see BoomyBot, and we see dev. So I'm going to go ahead and save that value. The second piece we want to change is the welcome message. And in this most recent package, it's actually the welcome message 2 that is being used. You can switch between them, and I'll show you in the flow where. Say hi. This is the BoomyBot framework. So before we run this, let's take a quick look at what it's doing. Basically, when you launch the flow, these operators are acting on a number of different values and setting them up for the series of loops that will be this bot conversation. Two that I wanted to call your attention to is in this init app state, we're setting the flow chat active bot equal to the first item from the lex bot list. So you can have multiple different bots that you're changing between actually as a future state. We're having some conversations about having kind of a router bot to route between many different use case specific bots. So long and short of it is that default content that we changed in the list value of lex bots is being used in this element. The second piece is operate greeting message, this third operator element. You'll see a number of different things here in this 10th priority or 10th order, if you will. We're setting the message, the welcome message, equal to that welcome message that we created. From there, as we carry through, this blue element is where we're actually surfacing the user interface component that is the bot itself. We're going through a number of different operations here and mechanisms to save the data into the database about the conversation. This message element is where it's actually reaching out to Lex. As we reach this fork here, it attempts to load a response based on the intent that's recognized and based on the slot that's recognized. This decision is saying if it does find a dynamic response, then it's going to go down this lower path and loop underneath. If it does not, then that typically means it's either clarifying a question or it's telling you I didn't understand, or it simply got a successful answer right from Lex without the dynamic responses. So that would go through this top path and circle back around. As it's going, it will reset so that on the next message you come right back to this landing sort of page. Let's go ahead and test this. We do want to choose the bot player. This will be quite wide in this view, but it does allow us to test. And we can see here that this is the BoomyBot framework. If we were to say something like, where is Alumni Hall? That's one of our dynamic responses. Fantastic. And we see that it actually does have our Wikipedia link in there. We could say, where is the Science Center? We could say thanks. And of course, that response comes right from Lex, whereas these first two responses were the ones that we configured in. Tremendous. The next section will be how we embed this bot in an external website or another flow, and a couple wrap-up comments. Congratulations.